Coming up on Good Morning Texas,
a TSTV journey,
graduation decoration,
and a sappy senior show as we say goodbye to our seniors.
All this and more coming up on Good Morning Texas. Good morning, Texas. For Wednesday, April 28th, I'm Cameron Trout.
And I'm Joseph Stewart. Thanks for joining us for the last show of the semester. So Cameron, we're finally getting to the end here. How's your week going?
I'm honestly struggling right now. I feel like I have so much. Like today alone, I have 8 things outside of work and school, just life related. So I think everyone's just trying to like get their last kick in as I'm like crawling my way to the finish line. So it's been an interesting second to last week of school. What about you?
No, I can definitely relate. I have a lot going on too. Right now, I have things where they're manageable, but that's the key word, being manageable. So like I have to keep making progress so things don't become unmanageable. So hopefully, everything's going to keep flowing and going how it needs to go.
No, yeah, for sure. It's very important to stay on top of things. Well, let's jump into this week's trending topics. Yesterday, the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention issued a new mask wearing guidance for those who are fully vaccinated. The CDC says that those outdoors in small groups who are fully vaccinated should be able to remove their masks. The CDC said that while they can do this outdoors, they should avoid removing their masks indoors or in large groups of people, period, because vaccines may not be as effective against new variants of COVID. The guidance doesn't include unvaccinated people, however, as the CDC continues to say that those unvaccinated should avoid large outdoor gatherings or dining at an outdoor restaurant, even with their masks on. Speaking of vaccines, have you been vaccinated, Joseph?
Not yet. See, I'm one of the people that's highly allergic to almost everything on earth. Well, not everything, but I'm allergic to a lot of things. So I plan to meet with my allergist before I get vaccinated, just so like I don't have any adverse reactions or anything like that. Just playing it smart,
No, for sure. I actually got vaccinated yesterday, so I'm sort of struggling through the adverse effects of a non-allergic person right now. And taking the hit for now is much better than getting this Rona. So I'm happier than ever to take it. Well, President Biden also came out yesterday afternoon after the announcement and made it clear that he continues to push CDC guidance and use the guidance to recommend that people get vaccinated. While some are confused as to why the CDC is loosening its guidelines, it seems like the government is trying to push people in the direction of getting vaccinated because the US vaccination rate is slowing down, and only 42% of the population has at least one dose of the vaccine. And those who want it most already have one. Have you seen that most everyone you know who wants a vaccine has already got one?
Yeah, so basically just because of how available the vaccine has become over recent weeks, pretty much everyone I know who's wanted one has gotten one. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, all of my roommates, myself, have gotten it. So maybe this isn't a good move for the government to try and push people to actually go get vaccinated who wouldn't otherwise. And the CDC has said as we move towards that threshold of herd immunity for 70 to 80% of the population, they may start loosening their guidance for indoors mask wearing as well.
So speaking of the indoors, something indoors most people want to do is go to the movies. So by chance, Cameron, are you a Marvel fan?
I would definitely not claim that title for myself, but I have a lot of friends who are big Marvel fans, so I feel like by proxy I am. I feel like I watch everything anyways, so I feel like I'm in the know.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm a DC fan myself, but I do like the occasional Marvel movie. But on that note, I have exciting news for all the Marvel fans out there. It appears that we will have a new Captain America. Do you guess who it is, Cameron?
I'm going to take a very wild guess and guess that they're going to bring back Black Widow and make ScarJo the new Captain America.
Well, that's a pretty wild guess, but unfortunately, it isn't the right one. I'm going to go ahead and tell you who it is. The new Captain America will be Sam Wilson, a.k.a. the Falcon. Yes, who is played by Anthony Mackie. The news has created quite a buzz as the finale of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney Plus unveiled the former Falcon as the new Captain America. To make the news even more official, Disney Plus has released a poster for The Falcon and the Winter Soldier with Mackie in his own red, white, and blue Captain America suit, along with the Captain America shield. Lastly, on Friday, Mackie tweeted to thank everyone who watched The Falcon and the Winter Soldier season finale. The tweet included a black and white photo of him as the new Captain America and had the hashtag Sam Wilson is Captain America. You know, he was also Captain America in the comics, so perhaps this was bound to happen. But it's pretty exciting, don't you think?
I definitely do. I think it's a very interesting direction for them to go, to have such like a integral part of the Marvel universe and this Avengers universe sort of move into this other like highly revered role, with Chris Evans out of it now. So I'm definitely interested to see where they're going to go with it, how they're going to now have a backstory. You know, I mean, Captain America's backstory is pretty iconic. So it's like, how will Sam Wilson fill the void? But I'm excited to see. Yes.
Definitely.
Well, speaking of changes in the near future, coming up on May 1st, Austin will have an election. And sort of contrary to the name, there will be no candidates, actually. It will only feature propositions A through H. Here's a quick rundown of each, and be prepared. This is a lot of information. Prop A focuses on whether Austin's firefighters can renegotiate their contract before 2022. Prop B would reimpose the camping ban in Austin. Prop C would introduce a director of police oversight for APD. Prop D would make Austin mayoral elections be on presidential election years. Prop E would make city council races ranked choice instead of runoffs. Prop F would give Austin's mayor more power. Prop G would add an 11th city district to Austin. And finally, Prop H would change campaign financing in Austin, where each resident would be given two 25 Democracy dollar vouchers to donate to any city candidate they wish, which in my opinion is definitely an interesting move as opposed to just traditional campaign financing, where we all go and like bid different like 25 Democracy dollars to candidates. But that is a lot of props, obviously, but have you heard of any in particular?
Yeah, so one that I've definitely heard of because it's just been such a hot topic as of recently is definitely Prop B. There are definitely two distinct sides to this proposition, so it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out in the polls.
Definitely. I mean, I've been getting all of the junk mail, literally physical mail cards in my mail inbox, and it's just every other day is full. So it'll be really interesting to see how that turns out. I know it is a hot button issue, like you had said, but do you plan to vote in the election?
Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to. Now, granted, next week is like the week where all my where a lot of my projects are due. So if I have time, I plan to, but we're gonna see.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, just so everyone knows, early voting is already finished yesterday, but election day is this Saturday, May 1st, and you can go online to find polling locations near you, one of which will be open in the Flan Academic Center in UT's West Mall. Polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
You know, I wonder what the weather is going to be like for those going to the polls. Let's check in with Mercedes at the Weather Center. How's this week's forecast looking, Mercedes?
Well, Joseph, as we are pulling through these last 2 weeks of classes, the sunshine does not look like it'll come through this week. Today could be a bit warm with a high of 88, with wind gusts going up to 30 miles per hour. We also have a 30% chance of rain this morning before 10. But tonight, the rain's going to crank it up a bit with an 80% chance of rain and possible thunderstorms. So you might want to stay in tonight, and we will have a low of 68. The Wednesday night storm will actually follow us into Thursday with 80% chance of rain and a high of 79. On Thursday night, we might not see as much rain as earlier in the day, but with like 20% chance and a low of 61. But as you reach the end of the week, Friday will most likely be sunny with a high in the upper 70s. Saturday will also be mostly sunny in the high of the 70s with 20% chance of rain in the evening with a low in the 60s. On Sunday, the chances of rain are gone and we could see a mostly sunny day with a high in the upper 80s, and at night it will be mostly clear with a low in the 60s. A great start to the final week of classes. So if you plan to head to campus to do some studying this week, make sure to pack an umbrella because there will be some rain before the sunshine returns. And that's it for me. Live from the Weather Center, I'm Mercedes Gonzalez.
Thanks, Mercedes. Don't go anywhere. We'll have more Good Morning Texas when we get back.
A big part of graduation is the attire, your cap, gown, stole, and tassel. However, the cap gets the most attention when it comes to decoration. So let's take a look at how our Joseph Stewart decorated his cap.
Good morning, Texas. Joseph Stewart here. So check it. I'm a part of the senior squad that's graduating this semester, so today I'm going to show you how I'm going to decorate my graduation cap. Let's get to it.
Alright, y'all, so it might not be the best setup here, but I obviously have my graduation cap, and I have like a few words and a few pictures I printed off, doing this the college student way. Yeah, so I don't know how it's going to turn out, but hopefully it's going to turn out really good. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the photos and I'm going to cut out the words I got here, and then I'll get back to you guys with the next step. So after a little cutting out and a little arranging, this is what I've come up with, and now I'm going to use two-sided tape because I really don't like the texture of glue, and I don't think regular glue would stick to this. I think I need fabric glue, so we're going to try this two-sided tape and see if it holds. So after a little two-sided tape here, this is the final product. It's not the best, I know it isn't. I'm definitely not an artist. You know, I'm definitely a journalism major, but it does what I want it to do. It says what I want it to say. You know, it just highlights some of the people who have been very instrumental in this journey. And don't get me wrong, there have been countless people who I'm thankful for and who've really helped me a lot, and I'm very appreciative of that. So just because you're not on my cap because I ran out of space doesn't mean I don't recognize you, and doesn't mean that I don't appreciate what you've done for me, because I really do, and that goes out to everybody who's helped me along the way. But just to run through it real quick, I'll just go from top to bottom here. My beautiful mother, my beautiful fiance, my beautiful grandmother who's no longer here with us. I have my beautiful auntie here who's still with us. My amazing uncle who no longer is here with us. And you got me. And then definitely, last but definitely not least, my dad down here with the truck. So yeah, and then I put in some words that are definitely part of this journey or that are relevant to this journey in every single way. So yeah. But for Good Morning Texas, I'm Joseph Stewart, signing off. Well, as we have less than a month till graduation, us seniors have started to look back at our time at UT with the purpose of remembering all that we have experienced. So our Cameron Trout decided to sit down and recount his story here at TSTV. Take a look.
Hello and welcome to my last ever video for Good Morning Texas. As a graduating senior, I thought it would only be appropriate to get a little bit sappy and retrospective as I close this chapter of my life. So here is my TSTV story. I first became aware of TSTV all the way back in fall of 2017. I know I'm a dinosaur at this point, but I attended the general meeting for TSTV to try and see what entertainment shows there were that I could work on. And as you can tell by the department I now belong to, that didn't work as I intended it to. But I found the new staff and volunteers to be super inviting and just generally my type of people. After that, I went to my first pitch meeting for the show formerly called KVR, now called TNC, and I met my first friend, Mercedes, there, who is now my co-director this year. After that, I started dabbling both in KVR and Good Morning Texas, and that whole first year I was just really quiet and timid and just really didn't want to pitch anything, so I didn't make a ton of content for TSTV news except for a couple of short readers. But that following summer after my freshman year, I went out to LA for an internship, and I really found my voice there and got a lot of confidence. So my whole sophomore year, I was pitching ideas, I was throwing out new ideas for our shows overall, and I really got much more involved in the process. I then became an associate producer with Hannah Sauer and Abigail Arredondo. I started making some more iconic videos, in my opinion. In my junior year, I took a step up in responsibility and became an executive producer with Joseph Stewart, and we really started to make Good Morning Texas into what it is now, a positive show that airs in the very wee hours of Wednesday mornings. But sadly, COVID cut our time short, and I had a little bit of waiting time before I started my senior year here at TSTV. I came back guns blazing though, and with Mercedes, We put back together the news department, this time completely virtually, and we were producing content weekly. And I really just have to thank and be completely humbled that all of these staff and volunteers were so instrumental and helpful in making these shows work during COVID. I mean, we even produced a complete 3-hour election live show in 2020 that was completely manned by people from TSTV. So we did incredible things. Now, as I sit here at the end of my journey at both TSTV and UT, I can wholeheartedly say that this has been one of the most enriching, educating, and fulfilling experiences that I have ever had. I am incredibly grateful to all of the people who have helped me and been there for me along the way. Here's to 4 more years of great productions. And for the last time, for Good Morning Texas, I'm Cameron Trout. We all like to have some fresh breakfast in the morning, especially pancakes or waffles. So our Mercedes Gonzalez tries her hand at making some fluffy Japanese pancakes. Let's see if her baking skills were up to the challenge.
Hey y'all, I'm Mercedes, and I thought today I'll try to make some Japanese or souffle pancakes. It's basically just fluffy pancakes, and I did try this beginning of the semester, but it didn't turn out as I thought it was going to be, so hopefully this time I learned from my mistakes and we can get some Japanese pancakes. Overall, this is all the ingredients you will need. First, make sure to get 2 eggs and separate the yolk from the egg white. We need egg whites for the meringue to add later. With the egg yolks, add 1.5 tablespoons of milk and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then you will whisk it until it is frothy. Next, shift 1/4 cup of cake flour and 1/2 tablespoon of baking powder. You want to whisk it until all the powder and flour is gone. Next, get the egg whites and put them in a mixer. As the egg whites are being beaten, gradually add 2 tablespoons of sugar. Keep beating the eggs until it looks like whipped cream and is able to hold itself up. Take about 1/3 of the beaten egg whites or meringue and put it in your egg yolk mixture. Use a spatula and go in a circular motion, then to the middle to gently fold the meringue into the pancake mixture. You want the mixture to be airy as you can. Add another half of the meringue and fold the mixture again. Get what you just mixed and add it to the rest of the meringue and fold it well together. Get a pan on low heat and brush about 1 tablespoon of any cooking oil on it. Get something to scoop your batter, like a spoon or an ice cream scooper, and scoop 3 pancakes to the pan. Then go back again and put an additional scoop on each. Cover the pan and let it cook for about 5 minutes depending on your stove. When it starts to smell like pancake, get 1 tablespoon of water and add water to the empty spaces between the pancakes. The water will keep the pancakes moist. Put the lid back on and allow the steam to cook the pancakes for another 2 to 3 minutes. Now flip all the pancakes over and let it cook for about 5 minutes or until the bottom is golden. Once they're done, get them onto a plate, and now it's time to taste test. Just look how fluffy they are. 10 out of 10. No, maybe a 9 out of 10 just because I love the egg taste. But yeah, I think I'll totally recommend y'all guys trying this recipe. Whatever tools you have, it's really fun to make. I'll probably do it again for fun at some point. So, but for Good Morning Texas, I'm Mercedes Gonzalez.
Don't go anywhere. We'll have more Good Morning Texas after the break.
Welcome back to Good Morning Texas. With today being the last show of the semester, in addition to our senior show, we definitely wanted to make the seniors battle it out one last time before they graduate. Here. But today, we'll be facing off in our game, Senior Spill-Off. Although I am a senior, I'm not playing. I know my spelling skills are excellent, so don't worry about me. I'm just hosting. But the rules of the games are simple. I'm going to ask one of our seniors to spell a word. If they get it right, they get a point. If they don't, I'll give the other senior a chance to spell and win. The senior with the most points wins. Good luck, y'all. So y'all ready to do the spelling bee?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
We practiced in pre-production like twice, and I'm a crush it. I know.
No, that's all me.
The word like twice, like 2 of the words I misspelled, but
I'm not leaving the show without a win.
oh no, I'm winning, Joseph. Keep dreaming.
Okay. We'll see.
All right, cool. So bear with me. I might try to say this out, even though I'm a journalism broadcast student. So Cameron, you'll go first.
Mm-hmm.
So your word is pharaoh.
PHAO R O H.
No, that was wrong. Joseph, see if you can spell it.
Yeah, let's get it. I'm gonna say PHAROAH.
No, you're off by one letter. It's
A
spelled
O H.
it's spelled PHARAOH.
Thank God.
Yeah, y'all,
Oh my
y'all
God.
mix the O's and the A's around.
That's ancient Egyptian though, Joseph. We're good.
Yeah,
We only know
get
English.
that word. We good.
Okay, next word is for Joseph. So Joseph, your word is bologna.
Below. Oh, okay. It's not how it looks like it would be spelled. BOLOGNE.
You say any at the end?
Yeah.
No, you're wrong.
Sorry, Joseph.
Let's see if Cameron gets this one.
Wait, can I get this? Can I get this?
Yes.
BALO. Oh, let me slow down. BALOGNA.
No, you're off by one letter also. It's BOLOGNA.
Bologna?
Bologna.
Bologna?
Bologna. That's
Wow.
bologna.
Oh my God, this is scary.
Very cool. Next word. Well, this one's for Cameron. Your word is minuscule.
Oh my God. MINI. SCULE.
No, you missed off by one letter. Joseph, you got this one?
Yeah, I think it's different. I'm gonna say MINSCULE.
Man, you guys keep
Oh.
missing off by like one letter each time. The word, it's spelled MINUSCULE.
Oh my God, y'all.
All these vowels. Can we get words without vowels? Like, can we get a word with a lot of consonants or something?
Yeah, come on, keep them rolling. We got to get 1 point on the board at least.
All right, cool. So
We're
this one,
singers.
right? This one will be for Joseph. So
Gotcha.
Joseph, your word is definitely.
Definitely. Okay. DEFINITELY.
You say DE. What was it again?
Now I gotta go.
Now you gotta
DEFINITELY.
No, that was wrong.
Wait, what?
I use that word like every day.
Okay, next one.
No,
Give us
Cameron,
a
are you
new
gonna do it?
one.
You want a new word? Okay, you want to skip this one, Cameron?
Yeah, give me a new word. I don't want definitely anymore.
No. You don't spell definitely.
Okay, I'm gonna get the next one. Okay,
spell it.
DEFINITELY.
Yes, that's how you spell it. DEFINITELY.
Very good. Next.
Joseph, let him skip it. Okay, we'll go to the next one.
Next one, girlie. I need to widen my lead.
So I think it's Cameron, right? You start this one?
Yeah.
So Cameron, your word is concierge.
CONCEIRGE.
Nope, that's wrong.
Joseph, this is the last one. You got to get it.
Yeah, Joseph.
CONIERG. I don't know.
No, it's spelled CONNOISSEUR.
Is that real?
Concierge.
I think
It's
That don't even sound
concierge.
right.
you got put that from like, I don't know, Wikipedia or something.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, it looks like we need to brush up on our spelling. Obviously, Joseph a little bit more than me, considering I
You only had 1 point, sir.
challenge. But don't go anywhere. We'll have more Good Morning Texas after we get back.
Welcome back to Good Morning Texas. While GMTX may be signing off for the semester, we seniors will be signing off for good as this is our final show before we graduate. So we're going to catch up about our college experiences and future plans before we leave. So I'll go ahead and ask the first question here. How would y'all describe y'all's college journey?
You
And this is
go, Cameron.
Okay, I'll go first. Well, my college journey really was defined by each year I was in. I feel like I was honestly a completely different person each year. And honestly, as it's gone on, I feel like the main trait is I've just grown more and more confident in myself, really, over the 4 years. What about you, Mercedes?
Nice, same. Yeah, I think I really just kind of grew confident in myself, like as a person and like as a journalist, especially here with TSAB really helped me like explore what I want to do in journalism and everything. And I feel like I really do have a good like solid foundation of what I want to do for myself.
For sure. Joseph?
You know, I definitely relate to what Cameron said. Every year was a new year. I think college, you really take it in phases, you know, freshman, sophomore to junior, junior to senior. And every year for me was just about getting better at my craft and, you know, developing my path to take towards the future here.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think like we've all grown so much, but what do you plan to do with what you've learned in college? What are you doing post-grad, y'all?
Ooh, good question. For me, I don't have like a solidified plan at the moment, but hopefully my plan is to work for a news station here in Austin as their digital content producer, managing a website and social media. So that's what I'm hoping to do.
Mm-hmm.
So me, I'm probably going to do something that no or very few college graduates would consider doing. I'm actually planning to get my CDL and drive trucks and maybe somehow incorporate my degree into like making content that revolves around the road because I grew up in trucks and it's really my passion outside of school. So I'm kind of ready to just hit the road and see the states, to be honest with you.
That's awesome. That's like such like a cool, like, I don't know, area to work in. I'm a little bit more traditional though. I'm just going to do data analytics for PepsiCo, like marketing data analytics. And yeah, I'll try and I think I'm gonna try and escape. I don't know if I'm gonna love corporate, but maybe go back to law school and do something with that, you know, like in politics or whatever. But yeah.
Oh, for sure. What would you say would be like your favorite things like in college? I think for me, my favorite thing in college was, I guess, just meeting people. I love to meet new people and just talk to people. Even if it's just like people I'm only known for like a semester in class. I thought it was just really cool just to meet new people every day.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
I'm gonna take what you said a step further. I'm gonna say the quality of people like I've met here was just amazing. From like professors to, you know, different organizations I've been involved in. You guys, everybody I met, like they've had some kind of impact in some kind of way. So I'm just really thankful for the quality of people I've gotten to meet here at UT.
No, yeah, I mean that was my answer, but y'all, I can't do it again. But I would definitely say too. I really feel like I valued like the importance of learning and just learning in everything, because I feel like everything I do now, even like this, I never did broadcast journalism before this, and I feel like I've like grown a complete understanding of it, or a reasonable understanding, I should say. And yeah, I think like just the value of learning in everything. There's something to learn and something to be had with everything. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. So this one right here, this is a kind of off-topic question, but what was you guys' favorite place to study or just be at on campus when we were on campus?
Oof, I miss campus so much. My favorite spot, I think my go-to one was always the 6th floor in PCL facing the Bland Museum, because I thought it was just a really pretty view just up there looking at the green grass. You can see like the new art building they have with the rainbow mirror window. It was just so pretty to look up there. And it was like a big window. I just loved staring out it every time I was studying.
No, yeah, I think my favorite place on campus to go was probably like also PCL, but like the bottom floor, or not the bottom floor, like the main floor with like the computer labs that are really old. I don't know why, but that got me like so inspired to work and just like get stuff done. But like that's for studying. For outside of that, I think like probably my favorite place to go is just walk down Speedway. Like Speedway, I love Speedway so much.
Yeah, so for me, I actually had two, and these are places you really don't hear people talk about much. My first spot was the Fine Arts Library. Like, if you feel like walking, it was definitely one of my favorite spots. It just felt so serene to me to just go study. And then my second spot was, and I think I'm gonna get the name wrong, but Rowling Hall, the brand new business building they built over there off of MLK and Bond. Like, people that really people didn't really go in there, and there was just like a very nice like upstairs like student space for you to like go study in, and like it was just peaceful to me. So I definitely love those two places hands down.
No, for sure. And then just sort of last question, what will you take from GMTX and TSTV overall? I know it's been a big part of all of our lives, but for me personally, I mean, I don't think I would have ever met the caliber of people I've met or been as interested in learning, because journalism really is that, just learning about everything. What about y'all?
For sure. I think one thing I'll take away from this TSTV is just my love of like social media and journalism. And this is where I really get to like explore that and to see how like impactful it can be and like really how it will like help me in my career further on. And just TSTV in general. I'm just so glad this is where I learned about broadcast, because I didn't get that chance in high school. So
Yeah.
this is just a really great experience, from like the presidential election shows we did, midterm election shows. It was just a really great, fun experience overall.
And my big takeaway was just to, be yourself, create the content that's true to you, because, people value your genuine self. So it's just always good to be you and create content and just go about in your endeavors as yourself.
Yeah. Well, to wrap it up, it has been a complete and utter honor to get to produce this show every week. Thank you first and foremost to all of the staff and volunteers who have made this all possible.
And finally, thank you to you for tuning in and for allowing us to provide you your daily dose of energy every Wednesday morning.
For Good Morning Texas throughout the week, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Good Morning TX. I'm Mercedes Gonzalez.
I'm Cameron Trout.
And I'm Joseph Stewart. From all of us here at Gmtx, have a wonderful Wednesday, and we will see you bright and early next semester.